I'm going to be making liver pate today. Karl loves liver pate. I'm not a big fan of liver, but I make it for him. So I have a small amount of water in my pan just so that things don't stick. And this here is about a quarter of an onion diced, and we'll just put that in there. And then we have 1 pound of liver. And this is calf's liver, and I buy it already sliced and cleaned. So you just have to cut it into pieces, not small pieces, but large pieces, and plop it in. These are my kitchen shears. So that's in the pan. I'll add a little more water to it, and we'll head over to the stove. So we have the liver, the onions, and the water in the pan, and we'll just turn it on. It does not take long to cook the liver since it's so thin. You don't want to overcook it. You still want it to be a little pink. If you buy liver that's not already sliced thin, it might be a good idea for you to partially freeze it before you slice it, and that way you can get it thinner. The onions will not completely cook because it doesn't take a long time to cook the liver, but everything is blended up after, so it doesn't matter that they're cooked or completely soft. And you can see this is just about cooked. It's still a little pink, but the whole piece is not pink. And we're going to call that cooked. So I'll see you at the blender. So now we put the liver and onions in our blender. We have a Vitamix. And to that we add some salt. I just plop in some salt. I don't measure. Some pepper. You can also add other spices like garlic powder. Well, you wouldn't need onion powder because it has onion in it. And then about 1/4 of a cup of mayo. Again, I do sometimes more mayo than not, so that's probably about 1/4 of a cup. And if you're not dairy-free and you want to add some butter, you could add a tablespoon of butter if you want. And then you put in about 1/4 of a cup of the juice from the pan. It goes in the blender. And then just pour it into a dish. It seems a little juicy now, but once it sits in the refrigerator, it firms up. So this will cool off a bit, then we'll put it in the refrigerator and it will firm up. And Karl likes this on cucumbers, on some of my garlic bread, and sometimes he just takes a spoonful. So the liver pate has been in the refrigerator overnight, and as you can see, it is gelled to the consistency that we want. Yesterday when we put it in the refrigerator, it was liquidy, and now it's nice and gelled. So I won't taste this because I'm not really a liver fan. The only way I've found that I can eat liver is with the liver jerky that I make. So maybe Karl can taste this and let you know how it tastes.
Wow, this looks great. Okay, this is about a week's worth. This is about a week's worth of pate for me. I love it. My favorite way of having this is actually on the waffles, which we don't have right now. My second favorite way is on the garlic egg white bread. This is technically an on day, and oh well. This is wonderful. It really is.